Nice.
B-boy taught me. B-boy taught me. Rah-rah, do that shit. Rah-rah, do that.
I've been ballin' out, boy, it ain't nothing major. I can never switch, I can never be a hater. Tryna hit it lit, you get hit with the lasers. I'm smoking hella pat while I count up this paper. Ballin', this ain't no free throw. Got your bitch on my dick, she a freak hoe. Put with 6, I remix while she deep though. Drop the top off the whip, but bitch, this ain't a Jeep though. Fast whiz, bad bitch, you know when how we go. I'm a me go, I ain't talking about the tree.
What is cracking, YouTube? I'm back again with another video. This time it's finally going to be an update. Yes, on the race car, and yes, I'm showing you guys the color without it being like a full presentation. It's just it's going to be too hard to cover up the color and everything like that. So we're just going to show you basically the color of it already, and then once it's fully ready and rolling chassis, we're going to go ahead, bring it outside and do like a nice good edit on it so you can look like real clean, because this shit's coming out badass. Let me show you guys right here. Alright, so my brother basically redid everything. Don't mind my dog chilling in there, but he resprayed the whole engine bay. Obviously you can tell a color change. He went a whole different route. Like, he decided to go even nicer than what it was. He boxed in all the mounts, covered up a lot of the hose, and also he even like sprayed basically the wheel housings too as well. Got all that gunk off of there, made it all nice and clean. So like, say if anything happens, like an axle breaks or he needs to work on it, it's gonna be all nice and clean in there. And I'm still working on the interior. Took the windshield off. He's gonna spray the cage up and stuff like that. Keep in mind, this is gonna be like a quick update video on the race car. I'm gonna make a full in-depth video of like all the stuff he's doing and when we work on the car and stuff like that. This is just basically just to update you guys on what's going on. He also got this T1 long shifter here. Basically what it does, it's you go into first, second, third, and each gear you come out of, it locks the past gear, the previous gears out, so he won't 1-2-1 the car or anything like that. Straight drag car now. And as you guys if you guys didn't notice, but in the editing I was doing, yes, he did get those FCS rear trailing arms. Super quality built here. These are some nice units. Actually, they're actually really badass. The only thing that is kind of bad is that there's no rear brakes, but you should be fine on that, right, George? You got the parachute in the back, so it's gonna work out nice. Doesn't really matter. And he also got PCI lower control arms with all kinds of brand new bushings. Like, it's basically a brand new car. It's different color, white, you know what I mean? And also, he back here too as well, he cleaned everything up. As you can tell, it's painted back here. It's all nice and clean. So it's just like a brand new race car. Still got all the other stuff, and he did go with a different motor setup. He's going basically full aluminum rod motor and all that stuff. So he's basically trying to shoot for a high horsepower this time and go hopefully 8s, deeper 9s, because it was already in low 9s, but hopefully 8s, high 8s, you know, mid 8s maybe, hopefully. We'll see when we go to the track. You know, it is a 4-door. But I'm pretty sure he can accomplish it with turning up the boost. Oh, and also
exclusive content.
Exclusive right here. Only you guys are going to be able to see this for right now. They're literally in the works right now, on the jig. Drew Bills over here is making a front lower control arms to cut down on weight. And also you can adjust every little thing like that. And it just makes the car a little bit more solid because it's going to be full welded.
Full chromoly 4130. This is the stock one.
This is the stock one, all bulky, nasty. And look, check this out. They're not fully welded yet, but it is mocked up, ready to weld. He is going to take the jig to his job and weld it up. He did make this completely from hand, so it's coming out really nice. He's thinking about making the shock tower, the fork, that way, you know, to replace an axle or something like that, be smooth, but honestly, he don't know yet. And also, he did get some new shocks in the rear end. I do know they're called strain, but I don't know too much about them, so I'm going to go ahead and let Drew Built himself inform you guys about these brand new shocks that I'm pretty sure were a pretty penny. So here goes Drew Built.
So pretty much the FCS trailing arms are helped to cut the 60 foot down. My car is long already, so I didn't really get them to extend the wheelbase, even though I did extend it about 1 inch back. But it's more for weight savings because it is a 4-door. But you can't put an FCS trailing arm and then cheap out on the shocks. So I got these set up from NRG Tech. Tom over there, he set me up with the spherical billet top hats, so it doesn't have no rubber bushings. And then they're full dampening adjustable, so this is probably about the best thing you can get. The best shock you can buy, pretty much. They were really expensive, I'm waiting on the front still. He ordered them, but I haven't got the front set yet. But it's the same thing as the front. So it's pretty much a softer. It's not like a blocks drag. It doesn't have like a 1K spring. We went with a 500-pound spring on this, so the car could actually squat and stay there. So with the heavy spring in the back, when the car's going down the drag strip, with the bump, it could actually unload the car, and that's how people crash sometimes. So I'm putting everything, like all my effort into everything, like nothing.
Trying to run a number this year.
Yeah, hopefully 8s. Trying to go 8s on the 62 still. It's still a goal.
And also, with this setup here, it's gonna be more of like more adjusting and tuning he can do, rather than just like the top hat on most of them. You know what I mean? You just have like regular, how stiff it is. And this one you have. About how many adjustments you think you have?
I'm not sure, but it has a lot of clicks. We'll find out. It's gonna be another learning curve with suspension.
Yeah, because then you can get the power, but now it's about getting all the suspension tuning and everything.
We also I kept the FCS fuel cell. I just upgraded the bunks to -12, and I did install a Weldon 2345, so it should have plenty of fuel this time.
Shooting for some big power this time. This time around, if you guys thought the Demon Killer tune, was really crazy, this time it's gonna be like, I don't know, way killer tune. I do know that, because what did it make last time on the dyno, like 8 something?
It made 880, but the last race that I had, it only made 750 on the dyno. Before I ran a 940, so we had a blown intake, so I never went out back since then.
Oh, and also I'm gonna show you guys the head and the intake he did get. He CNC ported the whole head, and also CNC ported his Skunk Ultra Race Manifold too, and it looks pretty badass. I'm going to show you guys that right now. Alright guys, so this is the Skunk 2 Ultra Race Manifold with that space run he got a while ago. And this is basically it, and it was CNC ported, not from 4-piston. I do know that. What's the company, George?
It's pretty much Lucky Mike.
Lucky Mike. I'm guessing he does this out of his own.
It's like mission critical. It was mission critical.
Oh, okay. So it's just a CNC port to increase extreme maximum airflow. And this is the actual head here, and this is CNC ported too as well. As you can see, everything looks pretty crazy in there because it goes all the way down. And it is done on these valve ports too as well. It's all CNC ported to get, basically, let her eat all the air she wants. So basically what my brother is doing is not cutting any corner whatsoever on the car right now. Because before it was basically just a lot of power thrown at the car. Now it's going to be basically a lot of power thrown at the car. Suspension's going to be there. The shifting's going to be there. Basically every little thing's going to be there. Because at first, what he was kind of doing was just trying to go fast and run a time. You know what I mean? So he was just like, oh, it needs this, the motor. Oh, it needs a cage now. Oh, it needs rear. You know what I mean? So like now he's actually like stopped what he's doing, took his time, took the car completely apart, and basically made like a game plan and blueprinted the car basically. He was just like, started from the motor, started to the engine bay, started to painting it. You know what I mean? Just to actually, run a number that's like going to be constant, like hot lapping the car and everything like that, just so it can be a clean, well built all around car to get shit done at the track.
Y'all some plain niggas, we insane, nigga. All I see is signs in the fucking crowd. I brought all my homies, who gon' stop us now? Gang, gang.